together against the same opponent?
Yeah, I think it's good to play a team 4 times this early. You get an opportunity to get familiar with their group and how they play, and they're a really good team, so it should be a good challenge for us tonight.
Talking to Chris Finch, he has the Battle of the Big Circle tonight. Probably no coincidence. The Pelicans won the one game that Zion played in against this team. What do you want to see out of him tonight? How do you see this Battle of the Bigs shaping up?
Much like we've done the past few games, starting with the defensive mindset, come out, make sure we're communicating, get back in transition. We know Edwards, he's one of the best at getting out in transition, igniting their team. So it starts with that, defensively rebounding the ball, and offensively making sure we're sharing the basketball, all the things that I'm sure every 29 other teams are trying to do. But share the basketball, just the little things that we can do to be a great team, get off to early starts, play with force and pace, things like that.
We really didn't talk about this last night, but coming off the Laker game and the game last night, and of course being here tonight, it was an opportunity maybe to overlook Brooklyn, and instead it was completely the opposite. Is that a sign of growth of what your team's starting to gel right now?
Yeah, Graf, I believe it is. Anytime that you get an opportunity to win a game on your home floor, no matter who it is, you want to take advantage of it. And Brooklyn, we saw that they had been struggling the last 10 or so games, but it was important for us to come out and make sure that we play up to our standard, and it was good to see us do that.
It was also good to see Jordan Hawkins get a lot of run last night, but there was a play later in the game where he passed up a 3 and drove and actually dished to Larry for a layup. Is that the kind of things you want to see Jordan as far as his game expansion?
Definitely, especially when teams are running him off the three-point line. They know he can shoot the basketball, so his shot fake, 0.5 drive mentality, and then just make the simple play from there. And like you pointed out that play, he did that. But that's what we all have to do, continue to do that, try to find the great shot, pass up the good to get the great shots.
Saw a stat today that when Z, CJ, and Brandon all have 5 assists, your team is 6-0. Is that kind of the idea?
It is, and it starts with those guys, right? As long as they set the tone for the game on both ends of the floor, they're sharing the basketball. We know that they all 3 of them can score, but getting everybody involved, getting each other involved is important, and we'll need much of the same tonight.
I was curious, you got to coach Nickeil Alexander-Walker your first year here. Now he's here, and he's doing really well. What have you seen from him from afar?
I've seen a lot of growth in Nickeil, and I'm proud of him. It's hard sometimes coming in as a young player trying to figure out and carve out a role in the NBA, but he's done that on a really good team, and that's important. He's playing his role. Open shots, he's taking them. He's passing up. If he doesn't have a great shot, he's getting his teammates involved. And then I like what he's doing defensively. He's picking up full court. He's causing havoc for other teams. And I believe he's just going to continue to get better and better.
The team went through some rough stretches while you were waiting. What's the prevailing message during those stretches that kept the team connected? That's been
Continue to trust in what we're doing. Can trust in each other. It's easy to try to fix things when it starts to maybe not go your way, but it didn't need to be fixed. We just need to continue to trust it more, continue to work on the defensive end, sharing the basketball offensively, and we knew eventually, when we get healthy, we would be better. But even before that, it was good to see some of our young players step in and get an opportunity to get that experience.
Really curious to get your perspective just around the league about the diversity of offenses that maybe you're seeing on a nightly basis. Maybe it feels like 5-8 years ago it was a lot of the same look, or at least teams were trying to get to small ball and drive and kick, and maybe now it's the Wolves play big, you guys play big, Brooklyn does it one way, Golden State does it another. Do you see a little bit more uniqueness, I guess, from night to night than nowadays than maybe recent past?
I do. You said it, but the Timberwolves are a prime example of a team that has figured it out playing big, and it creates mismatches for a lot of teams that come in this building. Gobert's doing a great job defensively. He's like He's down in the paint. He's protecting the basket. They're the number one defense for a reason. Towns is a matchup problem at 6'10 and 6'11. Nas Reed. So they rotate those three guys, and then Daniels and McDaniels and Slow-Mo. We call them Slow-Mo, but all those guys are big guys. They can play multiple positions. They can defend. They can score. You're definitely seeing more teams figure out their own identity. Not every team is going to go play small at the end of games. Some teams have the luxury of doing both. Some teams can play big, and I think that's unique in the NBA, kind of moving forward.
That's by Trey.
Trey's out tonight, yeah.
Still day-to-day.
Still day-to-day, yeah. Okay, thank you.